2. I want to eat Korean corn dogs. Just once this summer, I will have a Korean corn dog. But I want to learn how to play a single song on my guitar. Like, I'm still learning, obviously. But if I can play even one song before summer ends, I'll know that I've actually made progress. I need to actually find a hairstyle, because this is not cutting it anymore. Has it been a while? Yes. Am I back? For now. I wasn't asking for much. I didn't demand much. I didn't ask to conquer the world. I didn't even ask to conquer half of North America, no. I just asked for Korean corn dog. And I couldn't even get that. Looking at this list, it was very bare minimum. Like, read a book, Korean corn dogs, go to the museum. Very simple. However, I'm being honest, the last time I touched this list was the day I made it. That exact video I just showed before. But even if I wanted to do all this stuff, which I did want to, there were so many things that just shitted on my list repeatedly and told me I wasn't gonna do shit this summer and I was gonna stay home. So I stayed home. I've gotten very used to things not going my way. I've become accustomed to that. That is very normal. Things don't go my way every other day. That rhymed. I feel like I went out of my way to make this so simple and none of it came true. The way that things would just come and then completely cancel out something on my list was comedical, coincidence every single time. So like, allow me to like briefly list the shit that went wrong. Okay, so first off, number 8, a road trip. I was supposed to take a road trip to the college I was set to go to, and now I'm not even going to that college because apparently you need a 3.8 GPA to do business. Since when the hell does a business major need a 3.8 GPA? We all know what business majors do. Not a damn thing. In fact, that's literally why I chose business. So I could do absolutely nothing and get paid. And that brings me to my next point. Why the hell does every college feel like they're Harvard these days? I don't know who gave them that prestige. We need to work on that. Like, I know I'm not the brightest. I'm not Albert Einstein. I never claimed to be. However, I have a 3.5 GPA. And he just told me, oh, it's not enough to do business. And even then, that's just why I'm not going to school anymore. However, what stopped my orientation, the actual road trip there, is because on the way there, we got a flat tire. And the thing is, we didn't even leave the city. It was like 30 minutes out. It said low air pressure. If we had kept going, we would have been stuck with a flat tire on a highway. And then, because I'm not going there anymore, I had to cough up $200 to cancel the contract for a dorm I never even saw, never stepped foot in. I know this sounds generic, but college is a scam. They're going to scam you and shit on you, then tell you you're not smart enough, even though you have a 3.5 GPA. But other than that, everything else on here was because I either just didn't do it, or because I suck. Number 1, reading a book. I'm reading a book right now, I just haven't finished it yet. Korean corn dogs, I never did it because I can't drive. Guys, don't depend on people to take you places if you don't have a car. I think the key to this list I didn't factor in was having a car. I kid you not, after I found this list in the closet, I was in the living room and I saw my first back to school commercial of the year, which scared me for 2 reasons. Because one, which I think something everybody does, is I associate back to school commercials with summer ending. So I was like, damn, it is now August. I have not done a goddamn thing. I mean, I went to 2 parties, I guess, so the summer wasn't a complete flop, but my point still stands. This list, I failed this list. And 2, back to school commercials just scare me because it's like PTSD. It's like, I don't know if everybody can relate to this, but it's like you get, shit. Let me think for a second. Okay, I think I thought of a perfect scenario. Think of it this way. It's 2015. You're in 7th grade. No, I was in 7th grade in 2016. It's 2016. You're in 7th grade, and you're sitting on a couch, probably on your iPad or something, and then you look towards the TV, and you see a back-to-school commercial, probably from JCPenney, and then you realize you haven't done any back-to-school shopping yet, which most likely means you're going to go back to the same school to see the exact same people with the exact same clothes you wore last year, and everyone's going to show up with new clothes, and they're all likely going to make fun of you because you couldn't afford any new clothes. Does that make sense? I feel like that encapsulates why I'm fearful of back-to-school commercials. Kids are just assholes, and they still are. I think the last time I spoke to someone of my own age... Actually, I'm starting to sound like Jaden Smith. I'm sorry. This is... What I wanted to do is, before school starts, I wanted to do something for myself. I have challenged myself to complete the majority of this list in one day. Can I get all of it? Most likely not, but I'm at least going to try. And then, I don't know, to kick off the start of fall, I'll burn it. First up, we got Korean corn dogs. You see, the ironic thing is, I told myself I wasn't going to do like this bootleg, sprinkle some cinnamon on a regular corn dog, but this is what we come to. I had to stick this out of the kitchen, by the way. I wanted to avoid all of the weird stares, because these people still don't believe putting cinnamon on your corn dogs. I already bit it because I was hungry, but yeah, you get the cinnamon. Oh, okay. We got the cinnamon laid out, and I'm just gonna roll it in there. And just a bit more. Honestly, hope my stomach doesn't hurt after this. I have other stuff to do, so that would be really inconvenient. Here we have it. Our makeshift Korean corn dog. And it's still 10 out of 10. See, you guys need to try this. I know I'm not some food blogger, but are you trusting on anything? It's to put cinnamon on your corn dogs. For the first couple of seconds, it tastes questionable. That was my experience as well. However, after you take the first bite, you will be convinced. I have to admit, I feel very... Oh, by the way, I got rid of the cinnamon. I'm not mixing cinnamon and ketchup. No, I'm not nasty. I would never sink that low. Currently, I'm not going back to school this fall. Not because I'm dropping out. I would never do that. It's like 2 months of no socialization between the months of June and July. And I don't count texting and socialization. That does not count. It's not in person, doesn't count. So then you just have to go back to school. And it's like, it's just this whole feeling of, oh shit, here we go again. Cause now you have to ease back in to talking to people. And I don't have to do that anymore. I mean, what's ironic is, a couple videos back, I was talking about how, I was kind of worried about college. I'm not gonna get to do like the things I want. Like realistically, I wouldn't get to do this. I wouldn't get to do my videos. I wouldn't get to practice guitar. So I'm gonna be sharing a room with people I don't know. And most likely, we're not gonna have the exact same interests. And I'm not gonna say everything went according to plan. However, maybe this is just the universe being like, okay, so just don't go to school then. Though, part of me is still sad now that I'm not leaving Dallas. Not that I hate Dallas. Yeah, I don't hate Dallas. I'm just kind of bored of Dallas. Even though back then I was like, oh, I don't want to leave Dallas. Oh, but I also need to experience a new setting. I don't know. And also, I've not seen too many good examples of what happens to the people that stay home when everybody else leaves. What I really hope is I don't want to stagnate. Like, I hope I don't stay the same. Even though I kinda despise change, I hope I don't stay the same while everyone's out evolving, if that makes sense. But I do not want to be that one person who 5 years from now is always like, y'all remember that time back in high school? That one time back in high school? That one time back in this high school class? Those people, not that I'm not gonna focus on education, because obviously that's the most important thing. I don't think I'm gonna stagnate because I play guitar, I make YouTube videos, and I read books. I'm basically the shit. There's a lot of stuff on this list, so we're gonna have to speed up the process. So, the technicality of reading the book is I didn't have to finish the book. I just had to read a book, which I have been doing. I'm almost halfway through with this. One thing I can pat myself on the back for is that I read books. That's good, that's great. However, the majority of the books I've read, probably within the past 2 years, have all been part of the exact same series. The last book I read, everyone knows, is a TikTok favorite. I think it was called They Both Die at the End. That book was great, amazing. Now I'm back at Game of Thrones. I mean, the book is also great. You got knights, magic, and dragons. What else could you want? The thing is, it's like this book does things to me. It turns me into a monster. I can confidently say 90% of the time I am fervently against incest. But this book, see, I know what the Targaryens do is weird to the people of Westeros, but think of it this way. If they were to start intermingling with the people of other families, then there would be multiple dragon riders with different families. Now, think of it this way. One nuke is bad, but is it not better for that nuke to be with one person than multiple people to have nukes? And yes, maybe the price is incest. However, would you rather have a dragon world war or just some siblings doing stuff they shouldn't be doing? Is it a bit hypocritical? Yes, no one's denying that. Even when the show was running, we don't talk about season 8, when Jaime and Cersei were doing their shit, I was throwing up in the mouth. No one supported that shit because that shit was nasty. However, when Jon and Dany were doing stuff, I could let it slide, okay? If Jon got to ride a dragon because he slept with Dany even though he is her nephew, yeah, I could let it slide. Anyways, my point is, incest is bad. Unless you have dragons. In regards to guitar, I have improved quite a bit. Even my mom thinks so. However, I will admit, there was a period of time where I did get into a bit of a slump where I think for about 2 or 3 weeks, I did not play once or practice even the slightest bit because I think I just gave up because I kept seeing videos. I'm easily influenced. I kept seeing videos of people like pros literally just using their fingers and playing the most beautiful notes, and I was like, I'm never gonna get to that point, so I just stopped playing and I just gave up. Well, then after that, ironically, I kept seeing TikTok videos where even though the video had nothing to do with playing guitar, I kept seeing guitars in the background. You know what they all had in common? All the guitars looked like they had been dusty and had not been touched for over a year. And then we realized, goddamn, there's a lot of people that buy guitars and that don't play them in like over a year and just forget about them, use them as like accessories. And I was like, oh god, am I gonna become one of those people who just has a guitar and doesn't even know how to play one? And first of all, not only is that a waste of money, but two, you didn't hear this from me. If this fits you, again, you didn't hear this from me, but that I find this pathetic. Cause how can you buy something and just give up that fast? So far, I know like 3 chords, but like a song, a full song, I don't even know one. Which I guess is like my mistake, cause I would learn like 2 chords, and then like not even memorize them. I would just know them. I would know 2 chords, and then I would try and go play like the most advanced songs and be like, why am I not good at this? I know there are 2 chord songs, but those songs are so boring. And like with the course I do, they're always recommending songs from like the 1960s, 1970s, which isn't bad if you like that kind of music, but I've never heard any of those songs before. So it's kind of hard to be motivated to practice just to be able to play songs you don't even like. I've been trying to put together my own song for like the past hour now. So it's like an hour break to figure something out. But I think I'm just gonna freestyle, and yeah, 1 second. Yeah, that is it. Let's take at least a half cross off. Okay, before we go into the next one, some of them started to blend together. Like for 13 I have Go Shopping. And then I have number 6 as Changing My Style, which I already went shopping. And 6, I am changing my style bit by bit. See, will I ever wear jeans? No. You know that already. And I will never attempt to. However, recently, I think I bought my first pair of pants that weren't sweatpants for the first time in like 3 years. And honestly, I did not know how much I expected my style to change in 2 months. And then again, that's assuming if I even had a style to begin with, which honestly, I still don't think I have. But maybe that's a good thing. What's the word? I'm adaptable. I can literally do whatever I want. 1 minute, I'm a highlighter. Next day, I'm doing fancy sweaters and khakis at parties. And next minute, I'm doing preppy sweaters and shorts. I might just try emo next time. And then number 11, which was photography. I posted a number of 2 times on Instagram this summer. One of them being multiple photos at once. That has to be a new record. And back when I thought I was going to college, I took some photos for my ID and I wanted them to look good. Now that they have no use, I was honestly just thinking about editing them, which is perfect because another one of them on here is to make a poster to match this one. And how perfect is it that I'm also wearing blue in these photos? They're literally going to be opposing sides, different sides of me. I can be an assassin, and I can be an aesthetic model, pouty, Timothée Chalamet. Yeah. And then number 5 says to find a hairstyle. No. And now we must make s'mores. We got our s'mores. I know it looks like shit, but I feel like this is just the quicker format. The enemy of the s'more is a soggy cracker. So, rather than deal with that, make it a spread. And then you put it between your crackers, and it basically becomes peanut butter and bread. I have a perfectly crunchy s'more. Magic. Perfect. Would you like the rest of this dry, crusty chocolate? It's like, I usually base all my choices around school, and I plan everything around school. Now that's not a factor. I'm both bored, confused, and lost, and still mostly bored. Because while I like the consistency school brings, I'm tired of it. Like, I can't imagine, now that I'm done with it, I can't imagine waking up at 8 a.m. and having to go to some place and sit in a class, even though I was literally doing that 2 months ago. Now it seems foreign to me. And it's like, I'm not doing college. I don't think that's a choice. However, if I did have a choice, like if there was like other options, any other option, it's not a shitty option, I would not go to college. And I feel like I've said before in my other videos, however, one thing I've never been is a risk taker. I would not drop out of school to pursue something that's not given. Especially not YouTube. I'm sorry. This is just so, what's the word I'm looking for? Unknown territory for me, I guess I would say. Like, if I could earn money from it, that'd be cool. However, as a main gig, no. I see this as more a means to an end. As to what the end is, I have yet to decide. Until then, let's finish out this list.